When I first went to Japan, which was in the 80s, there was a real bubble of energy and business during that period of time. You feel that energy when you go there. One of the ways that you feel the energy is the creation of interesting products, design, especially objects. It's still a place that fills me with excitement. Oedo Antique Market. It's a market that I've been going to for many years. I've always been a market person. Even when I had the first shop in my hometown of Nottingham in the 70s, I used to go to the local market there. I like the eclectic mix of this particular market, which goes from old magazines, some kitsch items, as well as traditional Japanese items.
Well, believe it or not, I'm in a London taxi in the middle of Daikanyama in Tokyo. This is a friend of mine's taxi. This is his fantastic shop called Hollywood Ranch Market.
Hollywood Ranch Market, it was started in the 1970s by a friend of mine, Gen Tarumi. Gen actually was a great help to me at the beginning of my time in Japan. Also, they have a very nice little cafe, which is somewhere where I often go and have a coffee with Gen when I'm in town. In the Daikanyama area, there's a big area called T-site, actually designed by some architect friends of mine called Klein Dytham. It's got books, it's got cafes. It's a really, really brilliant area. Mandarake. This is a shop I love. I've always been a fan of toys and robots and objects and the mind of the designer which creates them. I find that fascinating, how you can design something which will intrigue children and fascinate them because they have such active minds. Totoro, one of my favourite bookshops in the world. The owner has got a fantastic eye. Maybe it's just that his eye is similar to my eye, I don't know, because I've never been ever without buying something, and Totoro has definitely contributed to many of the collections, even if it's only the spark of an idea. When I first went to Japan, which was in the 1980s, I was fascinated by how many of the restaurants had this fake food outside, so you could go in and point to the food that was made out of plastic. I asked if I could go to the area where the fake food came from, and to my surprise, there were really a lot of shops in the area called Kappabashi. I mean, when I first went in the 80s, I bought a plate of spaghetti with a fork, which I thought was almost looked like a Salvador Dali piece of surrealism. Eventually that was photographed and we used on one of my best-selling shirts that I've ever done. It shows the sort of kindness of the Japanese attitude, that they wanted to help you understand what was inside the restaurant by having the plastic food outside.